Hello and welcome again. So in this series of videos, we will talk about how to implement the stream cipher using Java. And before we do that, let's recall what the stream cipher was. So the stream cipher had a picture something like this. What you do is you put a sequence of zeros and ones, or a string of zeros and ones, into this block, and you put a key in it, also a key. So what happens there is, once I put the key, a random number generator will generate for me a sequence of zeros and ones, and is going to sort that with the sequence that is coming into the cipher. So this will be the sequence of zeros and ones, and this will generate for me a sequence of zeros and ones, and then sort that with this common sequence here, and you put the output here. So that's basically what the stream cipher was, and if you don't recall what that is, just I invite you to go ahead and watch the videos of the stream cipher. Now, one of the reasons we spend so much time looking at random number generators is because you see the big part here, and as I mentioned this several times, the big part of this is the random number generator, because these operations are simple. Source, simple operation here, of course, printing out what the result is also a simple operation. So the only thing we have to worry about is this part over here. So how to go about this? Now, to implement this in Java, we're going to mimic what this is. Now, the code that you're going to write is not exactly how the stream cipher is implemented in real life in your cell phone, for example. It's different. What we're going to do here is try to mimic what that is, and in some sense mimic. It has educational purposes, of course, what we are doing, but this is not exactly how it's implemented. So to be able to do this, so let's write down what is the requirements of this program. So what are the requirements? The requirements are this. The input is going to have two parts. The input is going to be like this. The user should enter a sequence of zeros and ones, and that's going to be to mimic this part over here, where you remember, for example, your voice is translated into a sequence of zeros and ones, so the stream cipher can encrypt it. We're going to ask the user to do that, just to type the sequence of zeros and ones. So that's the one thing that the user should input. The user enters a sequence of zeros and one. And the user should also enter a password in the form of a string. And the reason we're asking this is because if you go back to the picture, let me go back to the picture here, that's the key